What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel, Chilling with Londa, and I want to say happy holidays to everyone watching my channel. Merry Christmas to all. But I do want to say that the holidays just does not feel the same. Last night, Christmas Eve, it just was like me growing up. Christmas Eve, I was so excited. You can see Christmas trees from outside of people's homes. People had lights up. The atmosphere was just different. People had a jolly energy. Like now, it just feels like what Christmas? I woke up and there's no children outside playing. Like, where's the scooters and the bikes and the skates? Like, I'm not that old, but when I was a little Christmas child, I would wake up early and I would head outside. I always had a mongoose bike or some skates. I always had something, and I would be outside playing from sun up to sundown until my mama called me in the house. Things are just not the same, right? But anyways, I just want to say happy holidays. And if this your first time watching me, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're already not. Please like the video and leave a comment down below. I would greatly appreciate the support. And let's just go ahead and get into the video. So if you already haven't checked out the previous video, I will say part 1 to my ex-mother, master-in-law. Honey, check it out so that you can know what we're going to be talking about in this video. You know, kind of catch up to what happened. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. So where I left off the last video, his Bo mom had put my stuff out in the yard. She just messy. We leave and we go to his sister's house. We're going to call his sister Tima. Tima was not a stranger. She was somebody that I've been knowing her for, me and Bo had been together for about a year now. We had been to her house many of times. His sister is a gamer, a drinker, and a smoker. She likes to hang out and have fun. So we went to Tima's house many of times. So I was very familiar with her. Very nice girl, very cool. She's older than him, but she act very immature sometimes. But she was very cool. Love Tima. So we get there and she welcomed us with open arms. Now she had like a 3-bedroom, not a townhouse or apartment. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but she had a 3-bedroom, like a townhouse. Same situation. She had HUD also, so she didn't ask me for rent. Now her and Bo's agreement, I'm not sure what that agreement was. You know, he could have talked to his sister on the side about some rent, but she never asked me for rent. I didn't pay anything. She also had a daughter. Some of the best co-parenting I've ever seen in my life, you guys. She had a daughter who would stay with her 1 week and she would go with her dad the other week. And you might say like ping ponging a child, yes, but they never fought. Like when her week was up, the dad would pick the child up from school. When his week was up, she would pick her up from school. They did an amazing job. So me witnessing something like that, it's never no excuse on why people can't co-parent, because I witnessed it firsthand with his sister. And so some weeks the daughter was in the room, some days, some weeks she was not. And me and Bojack had the third room. And in this room, it was nothing in there. It was just a twin bed, a small closet, you know, like a basket or two. So me and Bo had to make it do what it do. Me and Bo slept on this twin bed for maybe a month. Yes, y'all, a month. I was not as chunky as I am today, but me and him slept on this twin bed, as grown as we were, as big as we were, for a month. Sometimes I woke up feeling like I was going to fall off the bed, but that was just motivation for us to upgrade, because after about a month, we did upgrade and got a king size bed and we were very comfortable. We made the room very nice. You know, we set it up with the LED lights, had our lights, and we had our kind of stuff in the room because Tima was very welcoming. She did not give us a time frame. I did not expect to stay with her forever, but I was also not in a rush. Like I knew I stayed there and I was just like a off life, you know? It was no rush. We was there. I was still, I was just fresh in school. The semester had just started. I was freshly working at Victoria's Secret. So sometimes I was off work and my mom would pull up. She would pull up and she would come see about me because my mom was just, she was in the midst of getting herself together, like from life, my mom. She had a vehicle. She would pull up. She would come over there, talk to me and Tima, and, just catch up, me and my mom. And she asked me, how did I end up over there? Because the last time she seen me, we were staying with Bo's mom, right? So I give my mom the rundown from A to Z, tell her she's fake, she's phony. I come home from work and my phone is on the tree branch. And my mom is like, what? When did this happen? I'm like, about a month or two ago when me and Bo moved here with his sister. Now, Bo is at work. Tima is in the room playing her video game. She's not worrying about what me and my mom is talking about. My mom is like, let's pull up over there. And I'm like, no, mom, because I don't want no problems. Although I didn't like Bo's mom, I would never physically harm her. I would disrespect the hell out of her, but I would never physically harm her. I didn't want those problems. I didn't want my mama to go over there and we all three get in a big brawl. So I'm like, Bo is at work, mom. I don't think that's a good idea. But y'all don't know my mama. My mama is hood. She's about it. My mama fight kids. You feel me? So my mama was like, no. No. He at work? Awesome. Let's go pull up over there. Jack and apple juice. And I was a little messy too. I was like, okay, let me get my purse and let's go pull up over there. Ding, ding, ding. I did forget a couple things, right? That she did not throw outside and I didn't get. So I was like, that's a good excuse. Let's go pull up on Miss Mama's. So on the way there, I'm talking to my mom. I'm telling her, I don't want to get into a fight with this lady. I would not hit her or physically harm her, especially Bo's not with us. I really don't want to pull up over here, but let's keep it cordial. Let me go upstairs and get my little few bags I missed, and we're going to leave. My mama is just like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I'm like, Mom, let's just not say nothing to her. If she say something to us, then we going to tap her ass. But if she don't say nothing to us, let's just get my stuff and let's just go. So my mama is like, okay, let's do that. As we pulling into the complex, the park, I see Bo's brother and his girlfriend sitting on the porch. I'm like, cool, just my luck, because the mom might have had the door locked. She might have seen me and might have not opened the door. So I'm like, this is perfect. Bo's brother is sitting on the porch. That's good. I have a way into the house. So I pulls up and I see him. He sees me and he smiles. So I'm like, hey, Bo brother, what's up? I speak to his girlfriend. They smile at me. They talk to me, but he was obviously a little mad, like that he'd been arguing. So I'm talking to him and he's like, yeah, my mama, she be tripping, like she, me and her not really getting along, but I told my mom to stay in the car. I was going to go inside to get the rest of my stuff. My mama said, okay, cool. I'm continuing talking to my brother, and he's like, yeah, the door open, So I'm like, okay, bet, cool. I open the door. She's sitting on the couch, and you already know. She's staring at me. Soon as the door opened, she's staring at me. And you already know how she look, y'all. With her snuff in her mouth. Y'all already know. Quick little update. If y'all didn't catch it from the other video, people it's grounded up tobacco. They put it on the bottom of their lip and let it sit there, and it sink into their gums and they get high or whatever. And she didn't say nothing to me. She just had this look on her face. So I go up the stairs and I go into the room and I gather my little belongings, my little ins and outs that I missed the first time. And I'm like back and forth from the back of the room to the front of the room. I hear my mama. My mama is not in the house. She's still downstairs talking to her brother because the door was open. But she's loud. She's very loud. And my mom, the things she's saying, she's talking about Bo mom while she's in the living room watching TV. I can literally hear my mom from upstairs. So my mama was like, yeah, she a little crazy, ain't she? She always tripping, ain't she? And Bo brother ain't no good, because he was just like, yeah, she always tripping, man. She always tripping, man. Like, she always doing this and doing that. So I'm upstairs. I'm just like, oh, my goodness. I just told my mom to stay in the car. Like, I'm just, now, mind you, my mom knew them. Me and Bo had been together for about a year. So I'm like, oh, my goodness, why did she get out of the car? So I'm just hurry up and packing up the little ins and outs that I left. I could still hear my mom talking. So my mom was just like, and she's sitting up there looking stupid with that big old lip, with that stuff in her mouth. So I start hurry up now. I'm hurrying it up because now my mama now she getting a little personal. So I'm like, let me hurry up and get downstairs for these two women get into a fight. So I go downstairs and Bo's mama's still sitting on the couch, just looking at us. She's staring at all of us now. But she's saying absolutely nothing. So I come downstairs and she's eyeing me down. Like the moment she sees me, she just locked eyes on me and she wouldn't stop. So my mom see that. My mama was like, what the hell you looking at? Why you looking at my daughter like that? Bo mama just look at her. Bo mama wouldn't say nothing. So it's like my mama was trying to get her to say something, but Bo mama wouldn't say nothing, almost because she knew she was kind of like outnumbered. Although her son and his girlfriend was there, they was not on her side. Like, they was not on her side. They did not like her. So she was quiet. She was mute. So she was just staring at my mama, kind of like looking at her with a disgust look on her face. And then I jump in. I'm like, now I'm kind of being passive aggressive. Call me petty, call me what you want, but I was being passive aggressive to her. Like, I was saying like little smart stuff to her. Like, I was like, in your cup stank or something. I don't remember. It was something so petty. I said some remark about her little tobacco spit cup, but she would not say nothing back. She wasn't giving. She was not giving. The energy wasn't giving. She just, all that stuff she was saying to me, how she treated me and threw my stuff out the yard. My mama was there and she just was mute. She was mute. Now, mind you, me and my mama drove there in Bo's car. My mom drove to see me at the house in her car, but then we left in my car, Bo's car, right? So I told my mama to get in the car, and my mom gets in the car. Now, my job, my mom has bad knees. She had just had a knee surgery. And if you know, a knee surgery is cut from the top to the bottom. It was kind of fresh, but she was walking on it. So my mom is sitting in the car. Bo mama decided to get a little adrenaline, some courage, she just got a little oomph. So my mom's sitting in the passenger seat in the front seat, and Bo's mama comes out and she opened the car door, and the glove compartment. She opened the glove compartment aggressively, and it came down and hit my mama knee. And when it came down and hit my mama knee, like right here, my mama just like pushed her. She was like, get. My mama just pushed her and told her to get her ass back. She was like, you hurt my damn knee. So now my mama is like bracing herself to get out of the car. And me and Bo, brother, we seeing what's happening. So we run over to the car. I closed the car door. I'm like, Ma, let's go. Let's just go. Bo brother is like, Ma, see, you can't get along with nobody. So Bo mama was like, no, I want the registration out of that car. She can't be driving that car. That's my son's car. Get the registration out of that car. And Bo brother was like, Ma, sit down. Go in the house. Child, I cranked the car up. I rolled the window down. My mama yelled something to this lady. So petty. We were so petty that day. Not gonna lie. And we skirted off. By the way, if I didn't mention it, I probably forgot. When we pulled up, Bo and his mom was arguing about she trying to kick him out because I told y'all it's a HUD apartment. She was lying, saying that the management said, oh, it's extra people staying there, that he and his girlfriend had to leave. So that's what them two was arguing about, right? So that happened. I'm home. I'm talking to Bo. I'm telling Bo what happened. I'm like, yeah, my mama pulled up. We had to go get some stuff. They got into it a little bit. Bo was just like, oh, well, like, I don't really care about her. And it's so perplexing to me. Like, it's like, how they don't like their mom. Like, even to this day, I think about it, like, Bo brother, Bo, Tima, they didn't like their mom. It's like, what did she do to y'all so bad? And me just having an experience with her, just being Bo's girlfriend at the time, I can see why they don't talk to her. Because how she treated me, and I'm not even family. It just was so sad to see, Although I didn't like her, it was kind of sad to see how they just really didn't mess with their mom. Because Bo really didn't care. He didn't care that my mom was over there, like, being passive aggressive. He didn't care. So now one day, sometimes Bo was a good guy. Bo would still, although he didn't really rock with his mom like that, he still would go give her a little money for her snuff, for her beer, for a little rent money. We was not staying there anymore, but he still was a good guy. He still would go over there and give his mom some money. I get out of the shower one morning and I can hear Bo on the phone with his brother, because he always talk on speakerphone. And his brother is livid. It's like I can hear him talking because I'm in the shower, like still I'm out of the shower, but I'm drying off, putting on my clothes. So I can hear him in the other room on the phone with his brother, and it's kind of muffled. But his brother wasn't happy. He was loud, he was arguing, and there it was something serious going on. So Bo was just like, man, let's go over to my mama house. Because her and my brother, they arguing. Now, mind you, the brother still stayed there. So I put on my clothes. I'm like, cool, let's roll over there, you know? So we get over there, and the brother is on the porch, his girlfriend is on the porch. Me and Bo pull up, and I say hi to the girlfriend, and we're talking, right? So Bo walk over to his brother naturally. He's like, what's up, you know? And he's like, yo, mama tripping. She trying to kick me out. Even though I've been here for like this many years, I pay the rent. I do this. I give her money. I do everything in this house. All she do is just watch TV all day. So why she trying to kick me out? I don't know. That's the conversation I heard. So in the midst of the brothers talking, I'm hearing the conversation. The girlfriend walks off. I'm still standing there just listening, you know, like, just being nosy. The girlfriend had been gone maybe 10 minutes at this point. So I was like, Bo, I'm going to be back. I'm finna go walk to the corner store and get me a sausage sandwich. Now, the corner store is maybe a 3-minute walk the most. You had to walk through the apartments, cross the street, and there was the corner store. So I walked through the apartments, and then I exited the gate, and then it was the street to cross. I can see Bo's brother girlfriend talking to this man. So I walk over to them, and we're talking, right? So as I'm approaching them, the girlfriend looks at me, and she was just like, yeah, she know about it. Like, we've been there for so many years, and she trying to kick us out. Like, we're not there illegally. She gonna have to evict us. Like, we're not there illegally. Like, so I'm listening. And I'm like, what's going on? So the girlfriend is telling me that the mom is trying to get them evicted, like I told y'all, because she just wanted the place to herself, even though they pay everything and do everything. And the guy that she was talking to was the manager, like the office manager, leasing manager, property manager. He was the manager of the property, right? So she's talking to him. I guess he approached her while she was walking to the corner store about the situation. So I'm co-signing for girlfriend. I'm like, yeah. Ever since I've met them, they've been staying here. The brother pays the rent. They're not supposed to be, because they're not listed on the lease. So technically they're not supposed to be staying there. But the mom she's being messy. She was being evil, trying to kick them out after they giving her all this money. You know, she was just being messy. So I'm co-signing. I was like, yeah, I even used to stay there, which was another violation because me and Bo wasn't even on her list. So of course I'm gonna throw salt in her game. So I was like, even I was staying there. Me and her son was staying there. So the property manager guy was like, oh my goodness, all of you guys are on the lease. You're not supposed to be staying there. So the girlfriend was like, yeah, we all stay there, but she gonna have to evict us at this point because we've been there for years. So the property manager is just like, oh my goodness. Around the way, it's like a gate, but you can see through the gate from where us three was standing. And I can see Bo's brother car. It was just like speeding. And when it made it to the end, it caught me and a girlfriend attention. I was like, that's brother's car. And it just started speeding towards us, y'all. I'm talking about, we can see Bo's mama in the car. I don't know if she saw us talking to the property manager or she just knew that we went to walk to the store and tried to come to confront us or hurt us. I'm not sure what her intentions were, but the property manager guy, the girlfriend, and me was in the middle of the street talking, and Bo's mama in the car, and and she didn't stop. Like, she almost hit us. Like, we had to move. I had to jump back out of the street. She tried to hit us like bowling balls. The property manager saw this, right? So once she speed past us, the property manager is speechless. And the girlfriend was like, I told you, like, she is crazy. Like, we're not lying to you. We've been staying here for years. We're not leaving. If she have to get a violation, give her a violation. The property manager was just like, I just saw what happened. Like, she tried to run us over. And I was just like, yep, she's crazy. I'm just still co-signing. Like, yep. So he was like, no, this is unacceptable. You guys have been staying with her, which is a violation of her lease. She's also going to have to go through the eviction process because you're not supposed to be staying there. Honey, a whole lot. So I'm on the phone with Bo. I'm like, Bo, your mama just tried to hit us. He's like, what? He was like, she just sped off in my brother's car, but we don't know where she at. She not answering the phone. And so Bo, the girlfriend next to me, she was like, yeah, we was talking to the property manager and she just almost hit us. So Bo is just like, all I hear is the brother in the background there yelling. It's a whole lot of going on. We go to the corner store. We continue to get our snacks, our sausage sandwiches, y'all. As we're walking back from the corner store, me and girlfriend, we're nibbling on our sausage sandwiches, right? Remember I told y'all we have to cross the street and we have to enter the residence again and walk through these houses to get back to Bo Mama's house. So we make it inside of the gate and we're walking through, following the sidewalk to the house. And as we're walking, guess who's going inside of her place again? The neighbor that Mom was talking about in the other video. So she's standing there, being nosy. So she see me and girlfriend walking. We approach and she's like, hey, y'all, what's going on? So I'm like, hey, neighbor, how you doing? What's going on? And she was like, yeah, I see there's a lot of commotion. Like, what's going on? Everybody okay? I see, they're arguing over there. Because she could see right across. They're right across. So she's like, everything is okay? And before she could finish talking, I was like, she don't even like you. She don't even like you. So she's standing there quiet and she was staring at us. And the girlfriend was just like, yep, she be talking about you, girl. She talking about your kids. She talking about you got a late notice. I'm talking about me and the girlfriend was being messy. We wasn't loud, but we was telling her everything. I was like, yes, ma'am, she don't like you. She don't like you. She speaks to you, but she don't like you. Me and the girlfriend was being so messy. And then the neighbor gonna say, well, I don't know what that's about, baby, but that ain't none of my business. And I'm just like, ma'am, she don't like you. She talks about you. She talks about you. And so the lady, she it's kind of like she knew that she was kind of being talked about because she wasn't really mad. She just was kind of like, after we told her what's really up, she was just kind of like, I don't know nothing about that, baby. That ain't none of my, it is clearly your business, ma'am. She talks about you. I know everybody in your house. I know their name, birthday, social security numbers, how much they weigh, their height. I know everything. She talks about you. She goes in the house. She was a little irritated. She didn't want to continue the conversation. I guess she was a little embarrassed. So she goes in the house. Me and girlfriend walks up to the house. They is arguing. Mama is, or she had them pulled back up with the car at this point. They're arguing, going at it, and Bo grabs my hand and he tells me, let's the fuck go. We get in the car and we go back to Tim's house and we talk. And Bo was just like, I'm tired of my mom. Like, ever since I was little, she's just so full of drama. And it's just like, I don't want nothing to do with her anymore. And Tima is chiming in the conversation. Now, I'm just a girlfriend, so I'm just sponging all of this up because I'm just new to the situation. I'm not really new, but it's like, it's more personal with them. So I'm listening to them on why she's like this, and I don't really know why. I was trying to find a reason why, but I just could not find a reason why his mom was like this. Like, she was just so miserable, y'all. Tragically, Bo had a couple of sisters. He had Tima, another sister, and like 2 other brothers. He had an older brother, just like I do, that was in his 40s. And tragically, his brother passed away. His brother passed away in his sleep from a heart attack or something they say like that. But his brother passed away. Rest in peace to him. And the family gets together and we were at one of his sister's homes this time. I had never met this sister. I've always heard about her, but she was very distant. She didn't talk to the family. She definitely didn't talk to their mama. She was very distant, but I've always heard about this sister. So we was at her house because she was the oldest and she was the planner. So everybody's around this table, like the older siblings of them, and I'm just in the room because I'm just a girlfriend, but I'm observing, I'm listening. And the conversations is just about, the brother's burial, his children, the whole nine. And then eventually the conversation comes up about their mom inviting her, right? That's crazy that was even a conversation of them inviting their mom. Her son died. You would think she would just naturally be there. She would be the first to be there. It doesn't matter what kind of issues she may have with any one of them. My son died. I'm going to be here, right? we hadn't heard no phone call. I hadn't heard Bo say nothing about his mama. I ain't hear nobody say nothing about Bo mama. Nobody heard about the mama. Nobody. So they're at the table, and they're talking, and the conversation comes up about, venues, what's gonna happen, money, who they're gonna invite. So mom comes up. There was like, she was like, the older sister was like, I haven't talked to my mama in about 10 years. And I was like, I'm sitting on the chair, y'all. I'm trying to be discreet as possible. I'm like, so she was like, I haven't talked to mama in 10 years, y'all. Like, I really don't want to be in the same facility as her. But, her son passed away. We're going to invite her. So Bo was like, nah, man, we ain't invite her. And I kind of chimed in. I'm like, Bo, come on, chill. That's her son. Like, invite her to everything y'all having because her son passed away. So Bo chills out and everybody's chiming in. And the conversation gets real, real deep. So the older sister has children, right? So apparently the mom has called CPS on the older daughter about her children making lies, honey. The other daughter is telling stories about how the mom did this when they was little. A whole lot of drama, a whole lot of they don't have closure with a lot of stuff. They have a lot of drama and trauma in their family. And I was just like, wow, like she's really, their mom is really like, she really caused a lot of hurt, a lot of confusion. She did a lot that she can't really fix. And, I didn't chime in the conversation. I'm just there actively listening. But they ultimately agreed to invite the mom because her son passed away. And so they sent out text messages to everybody. Bo's sending text messages to family members out of town. Hey, my brother passed away. Everybody calling. You know how it is when family passed away. So everybody's getting everything together. A couple days has passed away. It's now the day. The day before the funeral? You have like the little party thing, the little wait or whatever, the viewing and stuff. So everybody's there at the funeral home and they're crying, and I'm not really crying. I'm not really sad because I'm there, but I'm just there. But we're in the funeral home, and the older daughter she really didn't care to see the mom, but you can tell she really just wanted her to be there just to see, like, do you care? So we're there, and time has passed by. The funeral home director comes in and he tells us, hey, y'all got about 30 more minutes and we're gonna close this down. And everybody's still sitting around, and the question is, where is mom? Where is mom? So one of the cousins start calling mom phone. They was like, maybe she don't have a ride because she didn't have a car. So they're calling mom on the phone. She's not answering. She's not texting back. Bo start calling her. She's not answering. She's not texting back. Y'all, 30 minutes go by. Guess what closed down? That casket in that funeral home. And guess who wasn't there? They mama. That is so sad. Like, telling the story now, as I tell these stories today, it really just be making me reflect on how lucky I have. Like, my parents are good. They wasn't perfect, but they loved me. They love me. It's no doubt about it. Just like I have no doubt about God loving me, I have no doubt that my mom and my dad love me. And it's just, I can see the hurt in their face. I can see that they don't like their mom, but it's like, damn, like, your son passed away and you wasn't there. So I hear little mumbles around the funeral home about it, but they still have a little hope, y'all, because Bo's talking about it with his brothers. They was like, maybe she gonna come tomorrow at the funeral. So we're gonna fast forward to the next day to the funeral. Everybody's dressed and we're there. We have the little carriage come out, the horse carriage. They got the outside, so everybody doing a little ceremony outside. I'm taking pictures, this, and I'm helping out. I still hear mumbles amongst all of them about where my mama at. Her son passed away. He had children and the grandkids, like, where my grandma, they didn't really like her, but at the back, they still wanted her to be there. They just wanted her to show up for this day. This is all I'm sensing, and I know I'm right. So now the horse has dropped the casket off in the entrance. The people who carry the casket, now they're putting the casket inside of the funeral home. Y'all know how this go. As they walking in the funeral home, everybody's following them and we taking a seat. But everybody's still looking back. Where's mama? Where's mama? Where's my mama? I want to thank everyone for coming today. I want to say rest in peace to this wonderful young man. Praise God. Amen. Pastor started doing his thing. I could see Bo. It was so sad. I could see Bo and his older sister occasionally looking back at the door, seeing if their mama was going to come. I'm sitting there, I'm there for Bo. I'm supporting. I'm sitting next to the girlfriend, and we just there. And the funeral is going on. Of course, Bo's brother who passed away. Of course, his children, they're crying, they're sad. The funeral is going on. Now it's time for everybody to stand up because what? They closed that casket, and it's time for them to walk that casket out that door to that hearse, and we going to the burial yard. Mama's still not there. Mama's still not there. And I feel like half of their tears was for their brother and the other half was for their relationship with their mama. She was not there. I still had I had like this much. Y'all look. I had like this much hope mama was going to come because I started to feel so mad and sad. I'm like, okay, maybe she going to be at that burial site. Maybe she got a ride. Maybe she got up and was like, I'm finna be here for my son that passed away. So we get into the hearse, the limousines, and we all go to the burial yard. Everybody's still crying. His kids crying. His wife crying. And everybody's still occasionally looking back at that entrance. Looking for mama. And again, I feel like half of their tears were for their brother and half of their tears were for their mama. From ashes to ashes, to dust. And he closed he didn't close it. He started rolling that casket down there. Y'all know how I go. And you start throwing them flowers down there on that casket, that means it's over, right? No mama. Y'all, long story short, Bo mama did not show up to the funeral. She didn't show up to the funeral to her son. She didn't show up to her son's funeral, y'all. So sad, so sad, so sad. So if anybody took any kind of offense of my story time or the previous story time about me telling her business and just talking messy about her, she deserves it. She really deserves it. Like, I'm sorry. She really deserves it, and I really don't care. She is just a very, very sour person. And they were very hurt by that. And that kind of solidified another 20, 30 years of the older sister not seeing her. They were so mad. She didn't call, y'all. She didn't call, she didn't text, she didn't come by. She didn't ask for a rest in peace t-shirt. She didn't ask for anything. She just did not come. Now, it was one child that she always talked about, and I didn't talk about this whole story time because I do not know her. I've never seen her, but they apparently had one sister that cared about her. So after the funeral and everything happened, it's a couple years now. They don't talk to their mom, none of that. And supposedly that sister who cared about her, the mom started losing her mind a little bit from being in that house watching TV with that snuff all day, not doing nothing with her life. She started to lose it a little bit, and she had to go into this I'm not sure facility. And yeah, she just wanted the sister to keep her away from all the other family members. And the last time that I've talked to Bo was years and years ago. And the last thing that I'm aware of, she has been in that facility since then, and they don't talk to her. I haven't seen her since that day that she tried to run us over with that car. I don't know nothing about her. I don't know if she's alive. I mean, I hope she's alive and well and breathing, but I don't know any updates. I haven't seen that lady since I was a young lady, and that's really sad. I really didn't take any offense to her not liking me anymore after that, y'all, because it wasn't about me at that point. It was not about me. It was greater than that. It was not about Yolanda. It was not about her she probably was jealous. She was jealous of anything that was happy and beautiful. It wasn't about me, though. It was way bigger than me. She had so many issues, and I was so sad. And I still was sad for that lady. Like, to just, oh my goodness. But to just know that she didn't even turn up to her son's funeral was just so sad, y'all. And the things was okay, but not really, because this is going to lead me into some story times about Bo. Bo was a good guy. I don't think that we had many infidelity issues that I was aware of. I never really had issues with women, like girls. I never really had issues of women calling the phone, him sneaking to do anything, him coming home late. We didn't have those issues in our relationship. It was something different than that. It was much deeper than that. Some sex addiction. Yeah, some sex addiction. That's what I'm gonna say. That's gonna lead me into my next story times. I'm gonna talk about Bo. But y'all already have a little backstory. We met, we stayed with his mom, we stayed with his sister. And I'm probably just gonna pick up from there and just tell y'all about my relationship with being with a sex addict and the outcome of that. It was an adventure. And I'm traumatized low key. When men do certain things, I'm traumatized. When men say certain things, I'm traumatized. If men have certain interests, I'm slightly traumatized, but not really, because I know better. But I know signs of stuff, So this is just gonna lead me into talking about Bo pretty soon. And y'all, I hope y'all have a merry Christmas. If you enjoyed this story time, of course, like the video, leave a comment down below. Of course, hit the subscribe button to become part of the family and keep up with me when I upload. And until next time, fam, I am out. Peace.